Alright, let's look at tags in HTML. Everything on a web page has to be identified with a tag. For example, regular text is identified as a paragraph with the P tag, P for paragraph. Tags will have some kind of letter set off by carets at the beginning and then a slash in that letters at the end. Sometimes it might be a word too. Let's try out paragraph tags. And you should have done this or be almost done doing all this stuff on code.org. I'm just kind of making sure everyone understands how it works. So if I go to, it says to put stuff in the body. Well, okay, here's the body. I see there's an opening body tag and a closing body tag. So everything inside of that is going to be considered part of the body. So I might say something like, this is a paragraph. Okay, and I notice that it shows up on my web page. There we go, perfect. Let's hit enter, come a couple lines down, and then this is paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. Now, hang on, they're all squished together. That's because the website is lumping them all together in the body. If I want them to be separate and be their own thing, I have to put them inside of tags as different paragraphs. So let's move on to the next step here, which is to apply some paragraph tags. All right, so why don't I go ahead and set this off as its own paragraph. Caret P caret, and then go to the end and put a closing tag. Caret / P caret. Now it's set apart. But these two aren't. They are still squished together. Let's give them some space as well. Caret P caret and caret / P caret. Opening tag, closing tag, and now those two are set apart. Let's be consistent and do the third one as well. And now they're all set aside, and these are 3 separate paragraphs. Bada bing. That's all you got to do. We'll just, okay. Anyways, moving on to the next thing here. Broken code. Okay, this is where we got to use our problem solving. So this sentence should be on its own, so should this one. They're squished together into one thing. That means they're probably not in separate tags. So let me put some tags around. Okay, this sentence, starting with the paragraph tag, just like it should be on its own. So should this one. There's no closing tag here, and so it thinks this is all just one big paragraph. Let's go ahead and make it 2 paragraphs. First, a period, because it's a sentence. P or caret / P caret. And now it's its own paragraph. Let's go down and do the same thing down here. I'm going to do an opening tag, caret P caret. And okay, now it's not showing here. I should just refresh and save, and then it'll show the change. Everything's set apart. What's wrong with this sentence? Closing tag at the beginning, opening tag at the end. Let's switch that. Taking that into an opening tag, turn this into a closing tag, and we're good to go. Shunk. All right, and that's pretty much all there is to it for paragraphs. Okay, other tags. How about the heading tag? H for heading. The numbers denote different sizes. 1 being the biggest. I think 6 is the smallest. Let's skip this video. You watch it on your own. And let's try out some headings here. Okay, so it says, first let's use the inspector tool to see how this works. So turn it on. Okay, if I go to my hobbies, I see that's set apart by H1. So that's the biggest heading. Soccer down here is H2, the second largest heading. And then 5 years, the amount of time, gets H4, the 4th largest heading, and so forth. The text is just in a paragraph tag, and you can see it's even smaller than the headings 4. I see the same pattern for these ones, but I come down here, and the third hobby, it's a paragraph. Well, we need to make that a heading. Make it match the rest of the page. Well, let's see. The other headings, baking is H2, soccer is H2, so let's make drawing an H2. Turn off the inspector. Let's fix the code here. So delete that P, and let's make it an H2. And at the end, let's do an ending tag. So delete the P, we got a slash H2. And now notice how drawing is a bigger size. The amount of time is in heading 4, so let's make that H4. And at the end, slash H4, closing tag, and there we go. Now everything's consistent. Beautiful. That's all there is to it. Now we can go on. I'm not going to do all of these steps for you. You can go through these and see, okay, if I'm supposed to make, the biggest, well, that'll be H1, and that's already there. And then big should be H2, good. Medium, big is, wait, not H4, that should be H3. Let's fix that, H3, and so forth. Now medium, small, let's make that H4, and so forth. So yours might look a little different, but notice how we're going to set it up. It's going to go biggest to smallest, and then we're going to move on. All right, you can do the matching here. I think you guys have the idea. Anyways, that's headings for you in a nutshell. If you have questions, if there are things that are challenging for you, send me an email or message me on the class chat and we'll go over it. But there's a little demo for you to make sure we're all on the same page with our lessons on paragraphs, tags, and heading in code.org. Thanks, class.